What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and you guys might think that this video is going to be about last night's game, and I might reference that a little bit, but I'm so disappointed in the conference finals in the NBA this year. The playoffs are supposed to get more competitive as you go on, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and thank God in the NBA finals we're going to get the most competitive series of the year, which is fantastic, honestly, but look, it doesn't make up for the fact that this 9 months of basketball have been wasted. I mean, look at with the Boston Celtics. You go for the 1 seed. You're like, okay, this is going to make a difference, right? We're going to get to the conference finals, and when we play Cleveland, we're going to have this home court advantage. And you come out, and at home, you lose by 44 points. 44, that was it, right? Because I know they were down 50 at one point. They were down 41 at halftime, which is a new record. I can't honestly believe that you guys got home court advantage and you won more games than this team thinking, look, we're going to go into the playoffs with the advantage here. And you get blasted at home on your home court. After game 1, you lost by 13. You went down 28 at one point, and you had guys like Jaylen Brown saying, LeBron's just a regular guy. We're not scared of LeBron. Isaiah Thomas said, game 2 is going to be different. Yeah, game 2 is going to be different. You're going to lose by 3 times as much in game 2. That's how it was different. Honestly, I couldn't handle it. Guys, you come out and you play great against Washington in Game 7 and Game 5, and you have these great games, and you play well at home, and you establish a good team system. And I'm saying in my video, you embarrassed me. Like, in my video, I said, look, there's ways you can win this series. You move the ball, you play like you did against Washington, you get everybody involved, you play good defense. Well, I mean, obviously you play good defense, but I'm just saying, like, their team offense and defense, it was consistent throughout the first 2 rounds, whether it was working or not. Look, they were still getting the same shots. It's just a question is if they were going to knock those shots down. And against Washington, they were always running the offense. They were always getting the same shots. They weren't forcing shots. And then you play Cleveland, and you get open shots, and you don't make them. I don't understand. It's like a fear factor. It's like a thing in your brain. Like, oh, we're not gonna make these shots. We already ruled ourselves out of this series. So mentally, we're just out of it. Okay, sorry. I know I started the video, and I said we're not gonna talk about the game last night, and I start rambling because I was so mad. I'm still not very happy with that. All right, we got that out of the way. Unbelievable! I can't even believe. Look, I needed to defend. I needed to do that because I was thinking about it, and I just needed to do it. All right, we got that out of the way. Now we're gonna talk about LeBron James. So, as you guys may know, the All-NBA teams came out, as well as the MVP finalists. I'm surprised I haven't made a video on the All-NBA teams yet. I really should get to doing that. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. Just, tell you what they got right, what they got wrong. Actually, I might not, because I don't think they got that much wrong, honestly. I think I really like the All-NBA teams for the most part. So, yeah, I don't even think I need to make a video on that. I might just do one, highlighting everything. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. This isn't that video. Anyway, the All-NBA teams and finalists came out, and a lot of people aren't happy that in the MVP finalists, the three guys were Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard. A lot of people very upset that LeBron James wasn't included in that 3. A lot of people think that he should win the MVP. A lot of people are talking about, well, look, he's got a career high in assists, and he's playing his best basketball ever right now. Guys, LeBron James shouldn't win the MVP, and he shouldn't even be in the conversation for MVP. And you guys might be like, what the hell are you talking about? LeBron James is the best player in the game. There's no one even close to him. Nobody touches him. Look what he's doing right now. Yes, he's the best player in the NBA. Yes, he's playing his best basketball of his career right now. Yes, his team hasn't lost a game in the playoffs so far. I get all that. But in case you guys haven't forgotten, the Most Valuable Player Award is a regular season award. If you're gonna coast, if you're gonna rest games, if you're gonna not treat the regular season seriously or take it seriously, then you don't deserve to win the MVP. Because look, I know maybe it's stupid that the MVP is a regular season award. I understand that. What else are you gonna do though, right? Like you got the finals MVP for the finals. So I don't get what people are complaining about here. LeBron James had a great year, but his team won 51 games. And he didn't have a better year than Russell Westbrook or James Harden or Kawhi Leonard. He didn't. Want me to go into each one and explain why? Russell Westbrook, dude averaged a triple-double, 30 points as well. That's not why I picked him. It's because of how much he adds to that team. He got a team that had no business being better than a 14 seed. The way they played when he was off the court, they were dreadful. He carried that team to a 6 seed. They won, I believe, 48 games, something like that. That's awesome. That's great. And on top of that, on top of carrying his squad, his numbers were insane. A lot of people had him winning the MVP because of his numbers. I don't like that. He had great numbers, don't get me wrong, but what put him in there is just, what he did to his team. How much better his team was when he was on the court as opposed to when they were off it. And what he did, he carried that team. Incredible. That's what separated him from James Harden to me. What put him ahead of James Harden. James Harden's stats weren't as good. His team was better, but his team was really good when he was off the court. And that's why I didn't want him to win the MVP. I don't think he should be the MVP. He had a great year. I think he would be the runner-up, in my opinion. So that's that. A lot of people are like, oh, well, look at all these guys. Harden and Westbrook were bounced, and Harden didn't even put a fight up when he lost, and Kawhi Leonard's about to get bounced. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is having the second best playoffs besides LeBron. It's just not his fault he got hurt. Sorry that he got hurt. And then James Harden, yeah, he didn't do shit at the end of the year. I mean, in the last game. I mean, we all know that. But again, it's a regular season award. LeBron had a better regular season, Harden had a regular season better than that of LeBron James. LeBron James still had a great regular season. But, everybody decided to have a great regular season this year. Now, why Kawhi is ahead of LeBron? It's because he won 10 more games for his team. He was the best offensive and defensive player on his team. He made a huge improvement, and he carried them. He had some great big moments. Actually, I shouldn't say he carried them. He didn't carry them, but he was a great leader of that team. He led them to another 61 year, which was great. And one thing that really stood out to me about Kawhi Leonard is the fact that this dude gets up for the big games. You take a look at what he did against LeBron this year. I mean, they embarrassed LeBron in one game in the Cavs. They embarrassed him. They destroyed them. He gave him one of the worst losses of the season for the Cavs. And then the other game, he dropped 41 on LeBron, and they won in overtime, and he carried them to that win. Then when he plays Harden in the Houston Rockets, the Texas Showdown, 2 and 3 seed, big game, he dropped 39 points. He hit the three that gave him the lead with 30 seconds left, and then glassed James Harden's shot to seal it. Huge win there. And then, that game against the Warriors to start the year, that was monster performance, just a 30-point win, 35 from Kawhi Leonard, completely outplayed everybody on the Warriors that game. Against the good teams, he's great. Against the big names, he's great. He had a great year in that aspect. Now, LeBron James had a great year as well. 26, 8 and 8 or something like that. 9 and 8, 25, 9 and 8. I mean, that's awesome. That's phenomenal. LeBron James was great. However, his team won 51 games in the Eastern Conference, and they looked terrible at times. And at the end of the season, they went 18 and 18. I can't give you the MVP. People are saying he needs to win the MVP. Yeah, for the playoffs, he's the most valuable player in the playoffs. I don't understand. I hear this all the time, and not just from casual fans, but analysts and people on talk shows. I don't understand. He's the greatest player in the NBA, but he wasn't the greatest player in the season. He wasn't. When you rest games, when you don't take it seriously, and you win 51 games in the weak Eastern Conference, and you're the 2 seed in the weak Eastern Conference that you're completely dismantling in the playoffs. So you can do that in the playoffs, but you can't do it in the regular season. It means you're not trying. It means you're not valuable to your team in the regular season. Sorry, did I really just say that? He's the most valuable player to his team in the regular season by far. I don't know what got into me there. But yeah, I mean, in general, yeah, he's the most valuable player in the league, but he wasn't the most valuable player this season. Because you know when to try it. It's the playoffs. Finals. That's when he gets his shit going, and that's when you can't stop him. But he was mortal in the regular season this year. That's all I gotta say about that. My explanation on why LeBron James shouldn't win the MVP this year. I know a lot of you guys probably still think he should. I got Russell Westbrook. And look, now when you look at it, because I can't change my opinion from when the season ended, because you can't do that. Honestly, I don't understand why people are like, oh, now LeBron should be a finalist. But no one was really saying that when the season ended. When LeBron starts going off in the playoffs, everybody's like, oh, okay, now LeBron's gotta be there. Well, it's the playoffs. It's not the regular season. It's a regular season award. I picked Russell Westbrook. I don't know how I feel about that at this point, but it's like, look, I had Russell Westbrook to end the season. Yeah, Russell Westbrook he got bounced in the first round, won one playoff game. Okay, it doesn't change the fact that he was the MVP in the regular season to me. So, that's it. That's my point. I hope you guys learned something. Like this shit up if you enjoy. Comment who you think should win the MVP this year. Comment if you think anything was wrong with the All-NBA teams or the MVP finalists or any award finalists. Tell me what I need to make a video on. You want to see me make a video on the All-NBA teams, the finalists for each award? That's cool. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.